Hi guys, and welcome to your Stronger Together workout for May 8th, 2020. Your workout today is a 20-minute AMRAP. It consists of bent over rows. You'll do 30 of them. Then you'll do 30 dumbbell shoulder presses. After that, you will do 50 step-ups, followed by 40 bent over rows, 40 dumbbell push presses. Then you'll do 100 walking lunges, not 100 feet. That'd be so much nicer. After that, you'll go into 50 bent over rows with your dumbbells and 50 dumbbell push jerks. That will be the entire workout. It is an AMRAP, but just getting through one round in 20 minutes will be a very good goal. For your warm-up for the workout, you're gonna do 2 rounds of this. You're gonna start with 30 seconds of a pike shoulder tap. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk yourself out to plank, right? From here, you're gonna lift your hips into a downward dog, and then you're going to just lift your left arm and tap your left shoulder, and then your right arm to your right shoulder. If you prefer to tap the opposite shoulder, that's fine as well, just as long as you're getting those hands up and warming up the shoulders. And you'll do that for 30 seconds. And you want to think about pushing back the entire time. After that, you have 2 options. You can do 25, I have a lovely band here. You can do 25 banded pull-aparts, okay? So get your band, your arm should be shoulder width, and you're gonna pull that band wide, okay? Or your other option is to do rear delt raises. So grab a light pair of dumbbells. I don't have any, I have White Claws. So anything, a can of soup, whatever works. You're gonna hinge over at the waist, and from here you're gonna bring the thumbs up, and you're just going to drive up, thinking about squeezing the shoulder blades together at the top. All right, make sure you keep your core nice and tight. You never know when you might need these. Your next movement is going to be a Kang squat. So we've never done these before, as far as I know at the gym. So you can use a PVC pipe, you could use a broom, Swiffer, whatever you have on hand, that'll work for this. So it's basically a mixture of a good morning into a squat. So you're going to put whatever object you have on your back, and you're gonna hinge forward just like you would for a good morning. I actually have to watch out for my couch here. So I'm gonna hinge forward, right? Just like I would a good morning. And then from there, I'm gonna descend into a back squat. And then I'm going to hinge up out of that back squat and stand up from my good morning. So it's gonna be good morning, squat, stand from your squat, good morning, stand, okay? So make sure you keep your core nice and tight, and do not do this with heavy weight, all right? This should be done with something very light, especially since you've never done it before. After you've done 2 rounds of those movements, you're gonna go into 2 rounds of shoulder prep, okay? So it's gonna start with a shoulder extension. You can do this you're gonna do the kneeling part first. The other 2 movements you can do standing or kneeling. So for kneeling shoulder extension, you could really do the standing. Hands clasped behind you, right, like so. And then from here, you're just gonna hinge forward and pull up on those arms, all right? And you're just gonna hold this for 30 seconds. So the next movement that you're gonna do is a 30-second trap stretch on each side. So I'm gonna turn around so you can see exactly what I want you to do. So you're gonna take your left hand and grab onto your right wrist, and then you're gonna pull your right arm across. And while you're pulling, you're going to turn and tilt your head towards that left side. All right, so you're getting a nice stretch all through here. You'll do 30 seconds on one side, and then you'll do 30 seconds on the other side. After that, you'll do a cross shoulder reach. So you're just going to grab onto the wrist with the opposite hand, right? And you're gonna pull yourself across, right? So pull high, just keep reaching. Hold for 30 seconds on one side, and then switch sides and do the other side for 30 seconds. You're gonna do 2 rounds of all of those stretches. So we're going to do a quick push jerk prep for your workout today, okay? Just as a reminder for your push jerks, okay, of good movement patterns. So the first thing that we're gonna do is just work on our dip and our hold, okay? So you're just going to dip, right? Your hands can be at your side or you can be on your shoulders, it's your choice here, all right? But when we dip, guys, we're sitting down into that midfoot, right? And I'm not leaning forward. I don't want to be like this, right? So I really want you guys to work on vertical chest, sitting your hips down towards your heels, staying nice and tall, and then just squeezing your butt to stand. Dip, and then stand. Dip, and then stand. From there, we're gonna add a jump. I'm hoping I don't go through my floor. So keeping the hands here at the shoulders, I'm going to dip, I'm gonna jump, and I'm gonna pull right back down. Stand up. Dip, jump, land, stand up. All right, you're gonna do 5 of those. After you've done 5 of those, you're gonna do the same movement, but now you're going to shoot your hands to the sky. So you wanna think about the transfer of power, right? As the energy comes up from the ground, right, the second it hits those hips and shoulders, you're shooting your hands through. All right, so you really wanna work on that practice. So again, it's dip, right? I'm gonna drive and pull myself back down under. Stand tall. Dip, drive, pull under, stand tall. All right? You'll do 5 of those. After you've done your prep for push jerks and just practicing the movement patterns, we're gonna start to warm up your shoulders for the various shoulder movements that you have today. So the first thing is going to be 5 shoulder presses. If you have a lighter set of dumbbells in your house to practice with, obviously choose those, or you could use your weight claws. I only have a set of 25s, so I'm going to use those for this workout or for this demonstration. Okay, so we're going to start with 5 shoulder presses. So you'll get your dumbbells to your shoulders. From here, squeezing your glutes, keeping your core tight, you're going to press the weight overhead. You're going to do 5 of these. Once you've done your 5 shoulder presses, you're going to now use your hips and you're going to go into 5 push presses. So push press is that dip and drive that we did at the very beginning, right? Dip, drive, okay? You will do 5 of those. After that, you're going to go into 5 push jerks. So now we're going to dip, we're going to drive, and pull under, stand tall. Dip, drive, pull under, stand tall. 5 push jerks. Then you're going to do 5 bent over rows. So for your bent over rows, you're hinging at the hips, chest out. Don't let your shoulders slump forward here, right? So chest out. From here, I'm going to pull those dumbbells back, thinking about putting them almost like I'm setting them in my pocket, right? If I had a pair of pockets in these pants. You'll do 5 of those. If you were using light weight and you didn't have your workout weight as your practice, you will then do a quick build up, all right? And just practicing the movements for today's workout. So as a reminder, we have bent over rows, we have presses, we have push presses, we have push jerks, and we have lunges and step ups. All right, so I'm going to quickly cover your lunges because I want you guys to make sure that you're doing them correctly. They are unweighted, all right, but make sure when you lunge, guys, that you don't do a tightrope lunge, which means your feet are too close together. You want to make sure that you step out and away, and the back knee just needs to kiss the ground. You don't want to slam your back knee into the ground. If you do not have good control of your body when you're going down into that lunge, right, as I go down and just losing control here and just slamming into the ground, I would much prefer that you just go to where you can maintain control and then come back up, right? This is meant to be a walking lunge, but you can obviously do them stationary as well today. Okay. If you're doing a build-up, you're going to do 5 bent over rows. You're gonna do 3 step-ups. This is my step-up stool. Let's make sure I'm hoping I don't fall through whenever I demonstrate, but step-ups. Remember to put one foot up, then the other foot follows, right? Make sure you don't just do one side. It gets really easy when you're doing step-ups to forget, and all of a sudden you're just like working your right side. All right, you're gonna start with a lower height, and then if you have a regular box or a higher height to go to, obviously build up to that. The required weight or height for today would be a 24-inch box for guys and 20-inch for girls. So as a reminder, your workout is a 20-minute AMRAP. If you get through an entire round, great, go for a second one, but the chances of getting through one in the 20 minutes is gonna be challenging. So it starts with 30 bent over rows with your dumbbells, then 30 shoulder presses. After that, you will do your 50 step-ups. All right, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, when you're counting your step-ups out. After your 50 step-ups, you're gonna go into 40 bent over rows again, and then 40 dumbbell push presses, so dip, drive. Then you're gonna do 100 walking lunges. So this is really gonna tax your hips, your glutes, your legs in general. Then you're gonna come back and do 50 bent over rows and 50 push jerks. And that is 1 round. All right, if you're doing a barbell option of this workout, the weight would be 95 pounds for guys and 65 for girls. If you have that, at your disposal. as far as the weight for the rest of you, do what you need to as far as your dumbbells. Even if your dumbbells are light, you'll just get through the round faster and be able to do more reps, okay? So don't stress too much about the weight of your dumbbells today. For your cool down, you're gonna do 2 rounds of all of these movements. So the first one is hands on a box or a wall. I have my trusty stool. I don't even know if this is gonna work. All right, so on your knees, hands go on an object, and you're gonna drive your chest down to the ground. It does work. I can feel it. That's magical. All right, so you'll hold that for 45 seconds. Then you'll do a hollow hold. All right, so hollow hold, laying flat on your ground, right? You're gonna come up into a hollow position, hands near the ears. If this is too challenging, you can put your hands forward here, okay? You'll hold that for 20 seconds. After that, you're gonna do a couch stretch. I have a couch. So, couch stretch, my foot goes up onto the couch, so the top of my foot is like so on my couch. I'm gonna get into a lunge, and from here, I'm just gonna drive down and lean back, interlock my fingers, reach up, and get a good stretch in the quad here on this back leg. You'll hold that for 45 seconds, and then do the other leg for 45 seconds, and then you'll finish with one more 20-second hollow hold. And that will be your workout for the day. I hope you guys have a good time. Join class. We're going to be having a great time tomorrow with this one. And yeah, hope you're all doing good. If you have any questions, ask for coaches. See ya.